in the Taverns of Time, and I'm super excited about it. So we're gonna burn through this draft, and then we're gonna get 12 wins. Easy peasy, right? Everybody's on board with that. The I thought initially that the priest exclusive cards were pretty weak, but seeing some of them in action seeing them in action has made it pretty clear that they're not as bad as I was initially thinking. So we're gonna pop it up here so that you guys can see them. If you haven't seen them yet, if you're just a passive Hearthstone player and you're not doing all of the drafts like I am in the Tavern of Time, let me pull it up for you so you can see them. I like to do that so you have an idea of what we're looking at here. It takes me a couple of seconds. I probably could have done this beforehand, but that's why people love this stream. It's for the low tech. It's for the low tech of us out there. There we go. That should be up there. You should be able to see them now. So the worst one I think of the new cards that we've played is definitely Deja Vu from the Rogue. I was hoping for more out of it. We had it yesterday with 2 Assassinates, and it kind of misses the mark. It doesn't actually give you an advantage. Whereas Reminisce can be super good. So I'm excited. Hopefully we get a couple Reminisces. And Ripple in Time, same thing. It gives them Echo. It gives you the advantage. This little part here, where it says if you play it this turn, it has Echo. They should have added that to Deja Vu also, right? Discover a card that you have, cast this game. That's all that it does. That's terrible. But if they had added the part to Deja Vu that they did to Ripple, where you can give it Echo, then it would have been really good. Maybe they couldn't because Backstab, well, I mean, Backstab can only have up to 14 targets, right? It's not like you can keep casting it forever, so maybe that would have been fair. I don't know. Anyway, let's jump right into Priest. Let's go for 12 wins tonight with this bad boy. All right, let's get a Reminisce right away. Ooh, Ripple in Time right away. Ooh, Stonehill Defender. Oh man, that's a tough one. So Stonehill Defender, obviously, we would want to get. The Obsidian statue. There's so many good ones. We love Stonehill Defender, which is probably why it's in this bucket. Some of the buckets are off. I feel like Ripple of Time is probably in the right bucket. Oh, look at that picture. I didn't see it this big. Look, they have like infinite symbols on their forehead. That's amazing. Look at this priest is just like, go infinite shadow dudes. That's a cool card. I actually like that picture. I might have to get that picture somewhere. That's really cool. But we're doing the Taverns of Time. We're trying to do all 9 classes first. I had to double up on Warlock just to see what we were doing with Warlock. I didn't love the first one. We finished the second one with 5 wins. Let's start with Ripple of Time. There's no way I'm doing this Taverns and never gonna get all of the fancy cards, right? That's what we're doing here. We got to at least try those. So this is probably the same bucket then, right? So I know that they split up the buckets, and I don't think there's any overlay. So we got 2 of the same buckets technically because the Matriarch was in the last one. So Ripple of Time is going to be around here somewhere. And I think I want my deck to have a dragon. I'm taking her because of the dragon tag, which will be really nice when we get something that works with it, ideally. We've been caught with our dragon pants down a couple times where we've wanted the dragon tag and didn't have it. And this allows us to kind of set up the rest of the game. I think we're going to do a Mass Dispel. Yeah. So our deck's looking expensive here, but we're Priest. So the goal with Priest is to get value out of everything. They have the most value in the arena. Mage has close. Mage can get there almost, but their stuff is random mage spells, most of it, or discovering it if you're lucky. But Priest, you can steal your opponent's cards, which is sometimes more tilting, at least for me. I really hate when people steal my cards and beat me with them. That's probably the only thing that upsets me in Arena is people stealing my cards. Get your own cards, man. Like we are. Look at all this work we're doing. But we got to steal other people's cards. We got to return the favor. That's what we're doing. And I'm trying to decide if we want the Elemental or the Imp. So we have to get some 3-drops at some point. But I do want to give ourselves an option for Elemental chains like Tar Creeper. Sure, it's tough to pass up on a Shadow Word Pain, though. You want to have at least one of those. I'm going to be sad if we see another Shadow Word Painlater against something that's not as good as Tar Creeper, because Tar Creeper, that's up there. Tar Creeper is meta defining. Okay, it's played in like every deck except for even ones. It's so good. It's been ever since it came out. It's been in the staple in Standard. Arena, it's also extremely good, but you obviously can't set up around it as much as you can in Standard. You know, I have not played in 7 runs. I have not played Infinite Murloc yet. Let's get a Murloc. Seems like it should be okay in Priest, right? Okay, definitely the Adventurer. Okay, the Elixir. So now, now I really have to. So here, I would have rather had the Tar Creeper than the Shadow Madness. But we get a Shadow Madness, that's what we do. This is a tough one, actually, because here, you get the random spell, but you can get it so early, right? You can have it given to you, which is nice. And then we have a 2/2, which so far, we don't have any minions that are less than 5, right? Oh, just the Murloc. Murloc, you're going to have to do a lot of work. But this one, you get to pick the spell. And I think, especially in Priest, we want to pick the spell, because you can pick these guys. And so here's why we took the Dragon Tag earlier, for something like a Duskbreaker. And I think our deck probably needs a Duskbreaker extremely badly. Like, extra badly. Because we have nothing that casts on less than 4 anyway, except for the Murloc. But these guys are so good. Can you... Okay, I gotta close the spells. I need to see my curve. There we go. You know what they do now. Unless you're just tuning in. Sorry. If you're just tuning in and saw me close that, my bad. But that'll be okay. I'm thinking... Wow, these are... Because we've got some up here. Like, we're getting in this range. But even still, we don't have anything super late game. You usually don't want to play the Matriarch just on turn 7. You usually want to play it when you can heal something. Yeah, we got to take the Mind Control. I'm sorry, Duskbreaker. Please don't hate me. Please come back. So here's a 4-drop. I love the Soul Priest in Arena. It gives you so many options, especially if you get the Pumpkin. There's this crazy, it's so great, because if you have 10 mana, you can play the Soul Priest, and then you can echo out 3/2/1s and deal 6 damage. It's so good. It's so good. We don't need the value out of the Servitude yet. We need minions, but we don't need these giant minions. No. So I'm thinking we actually take the Servitude. Just because the other ones we don't need them. Oh, we need a 3-drop and a poison, so we'll take it. Oh man, I need a 2-drop. And it works with my Murloc. So we got that going for us. Oh, I can't pass up Bone Drake, but I want both of these guys really bad. I really want a Dragon Slayer. The tricky thing with Dragon Slayer is, yeah, it's 3 mana, but especially in the taverns, you do not want to play it on turn 3 unless they innervated out a dragon for 4 mana. Otherwise, you hold on to that sucker, because all of the minions, more than half of them are dragons that are added here, right? Okay, it's about half. I'm just pulling numbers out of my butt. It's less than half. It's like a third. But there's so many dragons, is what I'm saying. Okay, there's a 2-drop. We're getting there. I already have a rock pool hunter, and I want a Thoughtsteal. I want to steal their thoughts. Like I said, I want to use their cards against them and get them upset with me. So this right now, we're almost 2/3 through the pick looking at this one. This one right now is at best we get it to work with Bone Drake, which isn't bad, but I don't think we need anything else up in here. We need something down in there. Ooh, Lone Champion, there we go. Yes, I wanted the Squashling so bad. I'm telling you, we're gonna make it work one time at least in this draft, where we use the Squashling and the Soul Priest, and you see what I'm talking about, because it's amazing. It's the best combo you're gonna see. But Mirage Caller is really good. But I hyped up the Squashling too much. I can't do that to you guys. I can't hype it up and then just throw it away. What's the point in that? Okay, so we have stuff in this range. We're starting to build up a curve here. We have to take the Violet Worm. I'll be mad. I'll be a little upset if we see like 2 Obsidian statues. Wait, let me take that back. I will be extremely excited if we see 2 obsidian statues. I'll be a little bummed that we took a worm, but we need something up here in this range, something that's got a little more oomph than the matriarch. The matriarch is steamrolly. The worm is a little bit more of a full stop. They've got to come up with some way of dealing with it. This guy, I've never used this guy effectively. I wonder if we can. Okay, so the curve, we're always looking at the curve. It's a misleading little chart here. I don't know why they haven't given us just 2 radio buttons so you can at least see, or maybe just a different color. Just a different color for minions, because it drives me nuts that you look at this curve and it doesn't actually mean anything to you, right? Because what you're looking for in Arena is a healthy curve. Right now we've got 2, a lot of 2 drops, but what do we actually play on turn 2? Yes, yes, hopefully not, hopefully not, maybe. So really, we've got 5 cards on turn 2, but we only want to drop 2 of them on turn 2. And the elemental is still questionable, because if we're not just hoping to trade it for a 3/2 dinosaur, you know, we want the value out of his ability. So when we're looking at that kind of stuff, we think we probably need another 3-drop here, right? Because what else do we have for 3 drops? Lone Champion's great on 3. The Elixir is good on 3. Maybe we play it, you know, if we have one of these guys, but hopefully, because of the cool effects of the Elixir, we do it later. But also, we can't get ourselves in trouble by taking the Moss War and hoping it just works out, right? And this guy on turn 3 gets you no value with his Echo. It's a terrible 3/3. What do we have for 4 as far as actual casting it on turn 4? Alright, let's take the Dwarf and then hopefully stop with turn 4s. We don't need another Matriarch, that's for sure. That's the 3rd one we've been offered, by the way. But what I really want is the Reminisce. We got the Ripple in Time. We're playing the Taverns of Time here, guys. Give us the other spell, please. Please, I don't know when we'll get to play Priest again. I think I need a 3-drop over a 2-drop. And this guy could be really good for us. Oh, it bamboozled me there. I thought I thought my whining was gonna pay off. Okay, so now we've got another 4-drop, and I'm not super excited about it. Okay, 3-drop. All right, let's finish this off. Let's do this so we can play. There we go. There's a 2-drop with some mass. Oh man, I got to do Ripple in Time. I don't need either of those guys right now. Ugh. Do we have a need for the elemental tag, right? So we took the servant pretty early, and since then what do we have? Just the radiant elemental? That guy's not one, right? No, he's a cool pumpkin-y dude, but he's not an elemental. He's not a pumpkin elemental. And then there's nothing else. They didn't make the soul priest an elemental, right? So essentially, the only way to trigger our servant based on what our deck has is holding on to this guy forever. Okay, we'll take the Firefly. Welcome aboard, Firefly. And then charge Devilsaur, capping it off. Okay, so we have 1 silence. You want at least 1 silence in each arena. The Mass Dispel is one of the best, except you can really sit on it for a while because you feel like you're not getting the value out of it for one thing, right? So Spellbreaker, 4-drop also, does the silence, but it gets a 4/3 on board. So you don't mind silencing one thing with it, obviously, because that's all it does. Sometimes you use it early just for pressure. The Mass Dispel, sometimes we can hold on to it for so long, so don't, for too long. Don't let me do that. We did get a poison, we got a wasp, but priests can do so much better. We didn't see an obsidian statue, we didn't see a psychic scream, we didn't see a holy nova, so it's decent. I would rate it probably, if we push it, we can hopefully get to 7 wins, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna obviously require a really good amount of luck with Ripple and with Thoughtsteal, Bone Drake, and a decent amount with the Elixir, right? If we get a dud Elixir, we might be in trouble. Alright, let's do this.